is up, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Suite. Today I'm joined by Richie Shaffer. He played for the Tampa Bay Rays, and he's currently playing for the High Point Rockers. Richie, thank you very much for joining my show today.
How you doing?
So, Richie, you were drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays in 2012 and eventually made it to the big leagues in 2015. What was it like knowing that you finally made it to the major leagues?
Yeah, it was awesome. Pretty great experience, sort of a lifetime worth of work, getting that one moment to be like, you finally made it. That was pretty incredible. It's kind of hard to put into words just what it meant. It was surreal for sure.
And you made your Major League debut on August 3rd, 2015. On the next day, August 4th, you had your first Major League hit. But it just wasn't any hit. Your first hit ended up being a home run against the Chicago White Sox. So take me through that experience of what was going through your mind as you ran around the bases.
I was hoping to just get out, because it was kind of close. And I was watching, it was to right field, so I was kind of watching it as I was running around first. And I was just kind of fingers crossed I was going to get out. And sure enough, it squeaked over the fence, and the guy jumped and just went over his glove. So it was pretty incredible. I had my family there and everything, so it was a pretty awesome moment.
And take me through what was going through your mind as you entered the dugout. I know you got the silent treatment.
So I just came in the dugout, and all the guys were ignoring me and stuff, so I just kind of gave some fake high fives and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, man. I was just pumped. You know what I mean? It's always getting that first one out of the way is always a sigh of relief, but it's even cooler when you're able to hit a home run at the same time. So it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was actually watching that game live on TV.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's awesome.
I was pretty happy to see you do that.
That's awesome.
And in November of 2016, you were traded to the Seattle Mariners. The following month, you were claimed off waivers by the Philadelphia Phillies.
Right.
Then 9 days later, you were then claimed off waivers by the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep.
The following month, you were then claimed off waivers by the Cleveland Indians, all throughout the offseason.
Right. So
all this bouncing around occurred over the offseason. So how did you stay positive throughout the entire process?
Yeah, it was tough. That was a tough stretch for sure because, I thought I was excited about having, a good opportunity with Seattle, and I thought they traded for me for a reason. I guess it was basically they were just trading to make trades just for the sake of making moves, I guess, because, they designated me without ever seeing me in person or anything. So that was kind of tough. And that was my first sort of introduction into the reality of the business of baseball. And then the snowball just started from there, and it was just one team after another, just getting picked up and claimed and bouncing around. And it was a weird feeling of being wanted enough to get picked up, but then not being wanted enough to stick on the roster. So it was hard. And then obviously at the end there, Cleveland designated me right before spring training started, kind of knowing that I was going to go all the way through and get outrighted. And so that was tough, the first kind of harsh introduction into the tough aspect of baseball that not many people see, the business side of it that, guys get caught up in like myself. And it really sort of affects your career trajectory where, if one of those teams just decide to stick with me and give me a shot, who knows, what could have been different, but, it's all good. Everything worked out for a reason, so.
Well, I'm certainly hoping you're going to get there back to the MLB one day, and
that'd be nice.
I certainly think so you will, and I wish you the best.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to ask you some 5 rapid-fire questions.
Okay.
What is your go-to pregame meal?
Go-to pregame meal? If I had to pick one I can only eat for the rest of time, it'd be Chick-fil-A probably.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
What's your favorite meal?
Sure. Pregame meal or just meal in general?
From Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, just chicken sandwich, some nugs. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Any type of sauces? Or?
Chick-fil-A sauce, of course. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Favorite big league ballpark to play in?
I get pretty fortunate. I played a bunch of cool ones. Obviously, Fenway is awesome. I think my 3 favorite probably Fenway, Toronto, and Yankee Stadium. And then Arlington, Texas was really cool too.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed they're making a new one. It's pretty awesome, but
it looks like.
Yeah, I'm sure the new one's gonna be awesome too. But
and what stands out about those stadiums?
Well, Boston, is just such an iconic historical stadium that's pretty incredible. Just, I remember we played there one day, and I think both teams were pretty bad. We were in like last and second to last place, and the stadium was still packed to the brim in late September. So it's like, just the fan base they have and the history and all that stuff, just knowing that how many Hall of Famers played on that stadium and everything, that's a pretty cool moment. I think every kid grows up trying to like hit a ball over the green monster, you know what I mean? And then Toronto was pretty wild because they were trying to win the division, so it was just packed. It was like 50,000 people. That was like the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. And Yankee Stadium's just Yankee Stadium. It's, you know, it's gigantic. And then I liked Arlington because it had a lot of character to it. Just like this, it had a real baseball vibe to it. It was like an old school kind of vibe to it. It was pretty. I really enjoyed that place. It was cool.
Your favorite movie?
My favorite movie ever, probably Anchorman.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it's got to be like a classic Will Ferrell comedy, maybe Step Brothers, or I think Anchorman probably does the OG for sure.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Dream car?
Dream car. Probably like an Aston Martin DB12 or something like that. Something James Bond style. Yeah, yeah.
And your favorite sports team?
Probably my Clemson Tigers.
All right.
Yeah, that's where I went to school, and watching them play football is awesome. And then I'm a big Carolina Panthers fan as well, so I just grew up in Charlotte, right?
Charlotte,
there.
right?
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Definitely meant a lot to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Yeah.
Well, Richie, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
wish you all the best. And everyone, this has been the Sports Suite. This is Richie Shaffer. I'm Jason Hochberg. We'll see you all guys next time.